Hello, everybody. My name is Leslie. I'm with the Arlington Public Library, and I'm here with Andrea from Move Texas, and today we will be discussing the voting process.
Howdy, my name is Andrea Flores, and I'm the Dallas Advocacy Organizer for Move Texas. A little bit about Move, we're a nonpartisan, nonprofit, grassroots organization working to build power in underrepresented youth communities through civic engagement, leadership development, and issue advocacy. And right now, leading up to the November election, we are really engaged in just voter engagement and how we can connect those dots for people. It's the reason why we want to help young voters understand the connection between the things they care about and their power to impact those issues.
Awesome. So what would you tell a young voter that has never voted before or isn't really informed on the process? How do they go about the whole voting process?
Awesome question. First, I want to stay in Texas. The 41% of voters are under the age of 30 years old. And of those 41%, the 63% of those are people of color. And so 2020 is a big year. And we believe here at Move that if all those youth, people of color go out and vote and go and exercise their right to vote, it can change Texas for the better. And if you're a new voter, some things to know about are that in order to vote, you must be a U.S. citizen. You must be 18 years or older on election day. So you can be 17 years old right now, but as long as you're 18 on November 3rd, election day, or during early voting, you can go out and vote. And you must be registered to vote in the county that you live in.
All right. So how do I register to vote if I'm not registered or I have never registered before?
Great question. You can go onto our website. We do have one, movetexas.org/vote. And this is all the information that you would need to know to prepare yourself as a new voter. There's also dallascountyvotes.org. And those are great resources to use to kind of learn about how to prepare to go out and vote, what you need to bring when you go out and vote, and kind of some polling locations, the hours of that they're open, and also if you're a new voter, make a plan for yourself. You can choose a day that you want to go out and vote, pick where you want to go out and vote, and make sure find an early voting location that is that's better than going out on election day. There is more flexibility with days and times during early voting period. And yeah, just go out and try to find a polling location as well.
Okay, so dates are really important. When is the last day to register to vote, and when can you vote? When is the election?
Great question. So the last day to register to vote here in Texas is October 5th, and early voting period starts October 13th. There is no voting on October 14th because that is Columbus Day, and the last day of early voting is October 30th, and then election day is on November 3rd.
Awesome. So will I receive anything in the mail after I register to vote, or am I supposed to take anything with me when I go and vote?
Great question. So when you go out and vote, you can also as well go to dallascountyvotes.org and kind of see what you need to bring. You do need your ID when you go to vote. If you have a voter card, you can bring that as well. And just like knowing where you want to vote and the hours that they are open.
Okay, awesome. So what happens if I lose my voter card?
You can call the Dallas County Elections Department and you can file for a replacement voter card. You can also bring your ID to the polling location and they can look you up as well.
All right. So there are different types of elections. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yes. So we do have local, we have a state, and we have national. So for the local, it's municipal races, and with that, you're voting for, city council, county commissioner, your local judge. So that's like a local race. And your state race, you're voting for your attorney general, your governor, ag commissioner, railroad commissioner, Supreme Court of Texas. So that's your state election. And then for your national/federal election, you are voting for U.S. Senate, President, U.S. House of Representative, and things of that. Yes.
Okay. So when I register to vote, do I have to choose a party? And when it's time to vote, do I have to vote for that party specifically?
Great question. So if you, let's say, when you go out and vote, you can pick which one you want to choose. If you are registered as one party, but you went on election day, you want to go towards another party, you can do that as well. Leading up to this November election, it is the first time we're not having straight ticket voting. So traditionally, it's always been, if you go in representing one party, you'll vote down the ballot with the people all in that same party. But this year, the straight ticket voting is not going to be on the ballot. So it's going to be both parties. So when you go in and vote, you'll be able to choose representatives from both parties and pick your selection through that way.
Okay. And when it's time to vote and I have no idea who my representatives are, can I leave that blank? And is that still valid?
Yes, you can definitely skip names on the ballot. You don't have to pick through every name. And then this is the first year without straight ticket voting. So yes, the answer is you can skip names if you are not familiar with that representative.
Awesome. Okay, and what if I move? What do I do then?
Great. So this can go both ways. So for instance, I can give an example. I right now live in Dallas County, but when I went to college in College Station, I was living there. And so if I wanted to vote in Dallas County for, let's say, a city council member, or just cast my ballot in Dallas County, I can request an absentee ballot, which is something that will be sent to me, and I can continue staying in College Station, and I can cast my ballot for absentee ballot and have my vote counted here in Dallas County. Instead of driving 3 hours to come and vote, I can do that. And if you have moved and you want to vote where you have moved, you will have to re-register to that county.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to know about the voting process?
Anything else? I would again recommend going to movetexas.org/vote to look into any information, reading about any information in regards to voting, how to prepare yourself for election day or early voting period. And then also, if you're in Dallas County, go to dallascountyvotes.org and find polling locations that are going to be open near you, those hours of operation, and any helpful tips.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, this is Andrea from Move Texas. And remember to vote on November 3rd, and remember to register to vote before October 5th.